are
Listen,
happy.
dude, I'm done with it.
Dude, you've been done.
I'm still here.
For what? We'll see. Why? Because you just want to be a asshole.
You're right.
Then why the would you be in this competition,
I'm here.
bone face?
Why do you look 50 and you're 24?
What? What did you say? Go yourself.
Would you rather have the brand new PS5 or a weekend with these three lovely ladies and you can do anything you want with them?
Wait, anything with them?
Like anything.
A whole weekend?
A whole weekend.
Damn, but the PS5 though, like it just.
I know.
Ah, damn, y'all beautiful though, but.
Hold on, what'd you say?
PS5 or us?
Oh,
bro, y'all beautiful, but I had a PlayStation 4 for 4 years, but I need a PS5.
God.
My nigga.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
Thanks for all your help. Bye-bye, Tanja. Bye-bye.
I want to do it the right way and learn some of the unwritten rules.
That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, their problem, how to catch a hooker, what you do to be a boss player, what do I say to my wife when I decided that I wanted to be a true player and walk out on the family. We need a seminar so we can teach these guys to give them the right understanding so they'll know, man.
Y'all think it's growing in better, nigga?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, that wave cap damn near stuck to a nigga head, looking like. That bitch been on for 2 weeks since you cut my hair. Yeah, my barber say it's growing back in, y'all. Say, listen. I just want to tell, listen, now 50 know I fuck with him. I just want to tell 50 something. There's nothing you can do to get back at Diddy. They didn't give him a life sentence. Say, man, listen. I know you still mad because the boy had your baby mama over there. Oh, yeah. Playing foosball with her. Just a foosball machine with the two. You all them one men, ain't that the thing? You spin them in the soccer man spin. Yeah, he had your baby mama over there playing foosball with the little boy in there watching a big screen TV. Who you think was coming out telling him everything gonna be all right? It wasn't his mama. She was in there. She was the ball on the foosball table, so they were kicking her around. That was Diddy, man. So you gotta, nothing else 50. You gotta appreciate Diddy, cause unless he turned the boy into a freak too. Now if he done turned your boy into a freak, kick his ass. Do exactly what did. Now if that boy ain't no freak, and all he heard was his mama, oh Lord, and he didn't get to see nothing. Man, raise up all Diddy, my nigga. Yeah, raise up all Diddy. But I can't tell a nigga to raise up. If a nigga get my baby mama and do it like that, how he done your baby mama, With me holding the house, I be doing them the same way. It's like, you say, nigga, to my baby mama like that. With me holding the house, that's why I've been trying, man, why I'm 50 on the boy like that? But I forgot. Man, in matter of fact, she still work for him today, don't she? You might have to make a part 2. say, to release all them emotions you hide behind, my nigga. Now, I know, listen, a man is a man. You can't act like that, don't bother you. Cause you didn't do this to him when he tried to take you on the shopping trip, Fifth. Come on, Kurt, don't do that, man. Just say, pull back. Listen, unless he turned your boy into a freak. Do you see that little boy like it? Cause you know kids ain't supposed to be exposed to sexual noises or sexual content. Did it do the boy like this here? Is that why you smashing on him? Only the strong can show compassion for the weak. 50? That's all I'm saying, man. Oh, goddamn it. Nigga, I like Diddy. Outside of what he do at the Diddy party and killing Tupac, I like the boy. Know why? He was a big bad wolf. Ain't nobody whooped him. Yeah, he the only nigga I know hanging nigga over the balcony by this bitch. Blowing up cars by this bitch. Taking another nigga bitch and making it his bitch like he did your woman. That's the only nigga I know in the industry done this. Done freaked all you niggas hoes. Done freaked half you nigga rappers. And everybody's... Only thing they got is a nigga saying, man, he paid me to fuck Cassie. They ain't got no woman saying nothing bad on Diddy. Cassie not even saying nothing bad. How nigga gonna be mad at Diddy, my nigga? Unless he got your baby mama and took her down through there. What, don't they got a song, take me through there, take me through there. Take me through there, take... Fuck was born even think about that song. Cause Diddy, they say Diddy gonna take a hoe through there and then pump her back to life. That man said nigga was killing hoes with dick. Yeah, and satisfaction. Most hoes wanna die satisfying, calming, until they have to do it. Yeah, they think most hoes wanna lay around and calm all day till there's a nigga like Diddy making them have to do it. Bitch, say, nigga, pump her back up. Nigga, she dead, her heart barely beat. Nigga, go get the IV doctor. Get her some more nutrients. Put the oxygen mask on her. And get that jelly. Put that jelly and put it back on her pussy. By the time she get ready, that motherfucker jelly gonna be sitting right. And he back down there through there. Yeah. What he talking about? Just enjoy the show, nigga. Yeah, stop getting in here acting like your mama and them, trying to get in the half the movie, disturbing the people trying to go back to the start of the movie. You should have got it in the movie start, nigga. Fuck, I hate you, nigga, man. What are you talking about? Nosy bitch. Shit like old nosy hoe. Get it just disturbing everybody else's show. Hey, what, man? Shut up. Shh. Yeah, nigga, that wasn't them kind of show. Just get a ball. I ain't fucking you. Unless you want to fuck. Fuck you on here watching me, telling me what I need to do, nigga, and I'm trying to get cute. You flirting? Hoe ass nigga, fuck you sitting up looking at me talking about what I need to do with my hair, nigga. My nuts bald. Completely shaved. Yeah, nigga, I use the clippers. Nigga, shave my nut. I ain't shaving my head, nigga. I got a dickhead down there. I don't need a dickhead up here. If it ain't nothing but a patch, it'll be a patch there, nigga. Fuck, I ain't like you, nigga. I wanna be clean bald head. No bond money. Nobody care about no bond money. Don't go to jail, nigga. Fuck it, you talking about? You don't need bond money, you don't go to jail. Have you some campaigning money so you can catch your hoe's eye in a bitch's ear, nigga.
This is a sick Negro.
What's up, y'all? It's Cali West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. Now, yo, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Turkey Day to all y'all. XL Pro says like, share, and subscribe. Cash App, $ Cali West 1. I appreciate you, my G. And we also got the lovely Kimberly Lee. She says, happy Thanksgiving, Cali. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the ladies who's tuning into your boy, Cali. So, yeah, I ain't going to hold y'all up. We're going to go straight to the point tonight. So yeah, it appears that Ray J. Now here's the thing, y'all know if y'all pay attention to my show, y'all know I've been very, very, very critical of Ray J. And that's because he be doing some real goofy shit. A few years ago, he was trying to convince straight black men or straight men to show love to gay men. I mean, that's obviously some agenda type shit. Then he got a beef with Takashi maybe like a week or two ago over Sukiyana, the worst female to defend. Talk about, mind you, Ray J actually has a girl, if I'm not mistaken. And he's up here talking about Sukiyana is his woman, even though she got a whole other man. And he's like beefing with Tekashi 6ix9ine. Like the dude is a joker. Now, with that being said, I guess he decided that, like a lot of goofy black men, I gotta say this, black men, I understand. Look, it's one thing if, let's just say, you and your baby mama, let's just say y'all cordial. She doesn't have you on child support. Maybe you might smash here and there. Y'all see eye to eye with raising your child together. I guess if, you didn't have a family of your own and or whatnot, I guess it wouldn't be a big deal if you spent the time with them. I mean, the only thing is that, we all can't talk about exceptions because the exception only proves the rule. Now, with that being said, most of the time when you're not with your significant other or your baby mama or your ex-wife, that is because y'all don't get along. And we all know. Here's the thing. Anyone who doesn't even, let's say no one who even follows Ray J or even pay attention to Ray J, they know that Ray J and Princess Love have had a tumultuous relationship from jump. A lot of people who don't even know much about Ray J or even know his music could definitely tell you that they heard that Ray J supposedly left her in like the airport or some stupid shit like that a few years ago. And we seen them get into it on TV. Even if you don't watch Love and Hip Hop, we done seen clips of it on TV or through social media. And mind you, another thing I want to tell y'all too is, if y'all don't know, but Princess Love, his baby mama / ex-wife, was actually in a romantic relationship with Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, Floyd Mayweather.
This is a sick Negro.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Yeah, man. So, shit, she get around like Tupac, yo.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And like I'm telling you, black men, we have this thing about, being able to get someone else's girl and claim, and then, we feel good about that. It has to do with the pimp culture. This is the pimp culture. Because, I'm sorry. I mean, look, Floyd Mayweather, I give him his props. Now, if my girl or the girl I dated previously, dated somebody like Floyd Mayweather or anybody, I mean, I'm not even mad at so much the fact that she dated Floyd Mayweather. The problem is that that's Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather and Ray J used to be friends, okay? So, essentially, Floyd Mayweather and Ray J end up having beef because of this chick. And y'all don't believe me. I'm just setting up the premise tonight. You know what I'm saying? Ray J he just makes some really bad decisions in life. You feel me? Yeah. So with that being said, I do want to show a little clip just to kind of show you on context on Club Shay Shay. This is what he said. Let me see if I can show y'all.
If it gets, cut short, for me, my word is all I got. So that's what I said it was, and that's what it is.
What seems to be the issue with you and Princess?
Just, I think just, I don't really know, but I know that there's a world outside that wants to see you go down. And there's a world outside that if they don't get what they want, they'll try to crumble everything around, right? So it just has to do with a lot of he say, she say, and sometimes you may get tired of somebody for a little while, and then you want to just go out and see what's out there, and then you sometimes figure there's nothing else out there, then you fall back in love with the person. So maybe that's what that is. I don't know, but I know I love Princess, and right now I'm working hard. I'm making sure she's involved with everything I'm doing on every major TV show, from producer to EP to her shows, and to us just spending a lot of time with the kids. We got horses together. She has a horse, I have a horse. The horse had a baby. A horse is a horse, of course, you know what I'm saying? And so my kids got horses too. So I'm tired of horsing around, which was very weird what I said, but shout out to Mr. Ed.
Would you? I mean, I don't want to be presumptuous, but am I hearing you correctly? Are you saying that you would be okay if she found someone else, spent a little time with that person, it didn't work out, and then you guys come back together?
Well, I would be devastated, of course, but again, just because the person I love goes out to experience life, I mean, everybody deserves that. You only get one life. When we're both 75, God willing, or 80 or 85, and we sitting at the table, and she asked me, "Did you live it up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I did." And when I ask her the same, I want her to say the same.
No, I want to say no.
That's not fair.
Man, look here. I don't want candy apples or ride the merry-go-round. That's at the fair.
That's not fair.
No.
But if you rode the merry-go-round.
Yeah, you know you
She riding the merry-go-round. You've been merry-go-rounding. So she still got to mess with your merry-go-round.
No, that's different.
Mess with her merry-go. No,
that's different.
No different. No different. And I'm telling you, I had to train myself to get to that point, because it's hard, because a man realizing that a woman is moving on or don't want to fuck with him no more is a mind fuck. And it takes.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Who are these niggas? I cried laughing when I read
You know what I'm saying?
like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
It's an interesting sentiment considering the situation he's currently in now. Now, with that being said, let's fast forward to the current times, right? That's what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about what he had going on for today. And it's all bad. And I hate to say this. This is all alleged, y'all. This is all alleged until he actually is officially charged or anything. But it still doesn't look good. Still doesn't look good. No me gusta, señor. No me gusta. Let's see here. Where is it at? I think I got a video of it. Do I have a video of it? I might have a video of the situation. Let me see. Let me check my trick bag real quick. Oh, okay. I guess not. But that's okay, because the video is around. So yeah. Okay, so let me just show y'all my point of reference because I like to show, my point of reference. I always like to show what I'm talking about. Boom. Ray J arrested after allegedly pulling a gun on Princess Love.
You sell sound! It's all bullshit. All of it.
Okay. So, and I'm going to quote this. It says, 8:47 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Law enforcement tells TMZ Ray J has been arrested and is currently in custody at a Los Angeles jail. He was booked on a charge of making a criminal threat, and his bail been set at $50K. Jesus. Ray J allegedly pulled a gun on Princess Love and threatened to kill a man doing a complete unhinged live stream. And the whole incident was caught on tape. Or should I say on video. You know what I'm saying? Y'all younger generation cats, y'all don't know about tape. Anyway, it says the chaos erupted Thursday morning when Ray J went live from inside his home, immediately ranting that he was having his worst Thanksgiving in the fucking world, claiming someone was trying to take his kids and that he was also being threatened. Now, you know what? Why don't we just let Ray J tell you for himself?
The worst Thanksgiving in the world, bro. Now I got my kids in here with me. Like, I'm not, like, ain't nobody taking my kids away from me on Thanksgiving, bro. On the down. They in my house. They making threats to me. You got niggas here for anyway, bro. I swear to God, I'm in my own house. And if these niggas got a foot close to this door, I'm gonna blow this away, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. Leave me and my kids alone, bro. That's from the dead homies, bro.
You're a victim. Here we go, CSI.
What's up? What you trying to do? Take my kids? I'm taking my kids. Okay, take your kids. Watch how they cry. Take my kids because y'all drunk. Y'all want to drive drunk? Y'all want to drive drunk? Drive drunk. Drive drunk, princess.
Right, you just
drive drunk.
You just pointed a gun.
Drive drunk.
You just pointed a gun.
Drive drunk, princess. Go ahead. Want to take my kids? You and your drunk cousin? Because y'all drunk as fucking y'all alcoholics? Take my kids then. Go ahead. Who's gonna drive? Tony, he's been drinking
I'm not
too.
driving.
Who's been driving? Everybody. I didn't point nothing at y'all.
You pointed a gun at us.
I didn't point nothing at y'all.
You pointed a gun at us.
Yeah, whatever.
You pointed a gun at us.
Why you waking my daughter up?
You pointed a gun at us.
Why did you just wake my daughter up? Why did you just wake my daughter up?
All I wanted to do was have a good Thanksgiving.
Why did you wake my daughter up?
Right?
Because you selfish.
Delusional.
You're drunk.
You're a woman abuser.
You're drunk.
Delusional.
Oh, that's what drunk would say. Like you're taking my daughter?
Grow the fuck up.
All right, cool. You're not taking my son.
Right.
Like I know you're not taking my son. Hey, don't touch him.
Hold
on, bro. I swear to God, I'll shoot the fuck out of you. Y'all get out of my house. Y'all get out of my house.
Shoot me right now.
Oh, I swear to God, bro.
Shoot me right now.
Take my son.
No.
I hate you over the fucking head, bro. You supposed to get family. Nah, get the fuck out of here. You're doing my house. Hey. Bro, stop, dog. Stop. I kill you. Stop. I kill you, bro. Stop. Okay. I know you will. But stop. I'm trying to help you out. All right, cool. You good? Yep. Literally, they're about to pull up right now. Let's chill. Cool. All right, cool. Literally. Yep, we cool. All right, let go. Let go. Let's chill. I'm trying to help you. Let's go. Let's just really have to get out right now. Watch your door right now. I got a gun. I'm trying to help you get out of here, bro. Watch you. I don't want to. I would never do that, bro. Bro, I just shoot the fuck out of you, bro.
Wow. Do you think in 2025, one, you could always take an Uber or Lyft, and two, why didn't Ray J just call the cop himself? If he was smart, what he would have done was just let her help him get his things, or at least drag it out until they get there, and then guess what? He could have had the cops waiting in the driveway. I'm not showing y'all the rest because there's nothing on the screen. I guess not, the camera's off or something like that, but it ain't showing pictures, just showing, I guess, the live chat. Ooh, these got there quick. Yo, Ray J.
Every color we see, every sound we seek, is a way to feel closer to what moves us.
I hate to say it. I mean, I'm sure that maybe they did pump it up a little bit, but his problem is, why did he pull out a pistol? That was unnecessary. And the police came quick. Now imagine if Ray J would have just used common sense and he would have just called the police before they left his driveway. It would have been checkmate, bro. Checkmate for her.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Ray J was finna crash out.
Emotional damage.
Now he asked out.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Woo. Isn't love grand? You know, he said he loved Princess, huh? You know what it is? You know what it is? I don't know if she was really drunk or not. She could have been. Yeah, she possibly could have been. There's a possibility of that. Maybe he was mad because he knew that she was going to get her cheeks clapped by somebody else. That's probably what it was. You dig?
You got to know exactly who you are. Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
You know what? When you're my age, you know, things are not as complicated as we may try to act like it is. It's Thanksgiving. Where else does she have to go other than hop on someone else's dick, bruh? Yo, she was about to go hop on somebody else's dick. And guess what? When he went to jail, she was still on somebody else.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
A matter of fact, shout out to Monk Dan, you know, free agent stock Shield member. He's a Shield member, free agent stock lifestyle member, Righteous Fear member, and of course the new Jam City member. Now, you know, he's been busy, so he be coming through every now and then. He's gonna show your boy some love. But he came on the chat today, right? And well, not in the chat, but he's seen, I guess, one of the replays that I did, I think last night. And he mentioned that because sometimes, you know how I sometimes go on my own little ramble and my rant, and I might start bringing up my personal life. But I was bringing up a situation about a young John I was fucking with, right? And this young John I was fucking with, she essentially, you know, she act like she kind of like wants to like be with me, right? You know, she do all the girlfriend type of shit. Well, when I say girlfriend type of shit, like, you know, she be calling me and texting me all the time, you know. And I'm gonna say this right now: being a woman's girlfriend, boyfriend is not always a good thing. Look, it's either A, they really, really, really like you and want to be with you, or B, they believe that you're a sucker. They think that you're a duck ass ninja, and you're gonna fall for their bullshit. Me, I think it's the latter. So with that being said, not to go too far from the Princess and Ray J situation. But one thing I do want to elaborate is that, with my situation, there's this young chick I'm messing with. Anyway, the young chick I'm messing with. The thing is that I could tell when somebody is messing with somebody else, and the chick, is a baby mama. So, it's not unforeseeable that she could be fucking her baby daddy or some other nigga. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, I really don't mind. I really don't care. My only problem is that I'm trying to waste my time and try to like somebody's girlfriend, and we trying to blow up my phone. And I find myself like having to avoid her for a few hours because, even if I was your man, I'm not gonna be all up on you. I'm not gonna be texting you back and forth all day. Like I'm busy. I got shit going on. And even if I didn't have anything going on, I still wouldn't want to be behind you doing that. So long story short is, for example, you could just tell when somebody is fucking with somebody else. It's so simple, especially when you have experience. Like, for example, she hit me up yesterday. I ain't gonna lie, she did hit me up in the morning. And in my defense, I tend to sometimes not always hit her back. Because sometimes I'll be busy and sometimes because I know if I say good morning and something like that, I know it's gonna go into a whole long conversation. So instead of being rude, I just got figured I'll just, act like I'm just busy, which I am actually busy, but I don't want to say that because, y'all girls are sensitive and stuff, right? And plus, I don't feel like I should have to explain myself. Long story short is, she hit me up yesterday, Thanksgiving Eve. I am kept after, I worked that day, and then I, got off. I went to the body shop. I had to take a Uber to the body shop because I can't drive my car to get my other car. So I couldn't get a ride from my neighbors or anybody or, from any of my boys or family members. So, I just simply, not bother anybody. It must have been only $20 an Uber ride. So I took an Uber to the body shop, picked up my car. By the time I picked up my car, it was about maybe 6 o'clock in the daytime. I drove it back. I drove it back on the streets of Miami, from all the way from the city of Miami to where I live, close to Aventura. But I must say, it only took me 20 minutes to get my car to my house. When I got into the crib, long story short is, I'm going too far. Bottom line is, by the time I end up doing everything I had to do, bringing back in the car, checking the fluid levels, then I had to get on and I had a show for my YouTube. Then I had to go on YouTube. That took a couple of hours. By the time I was doing YouTube, it was about maybe 10:30, 11. And in between the YouTube, in between the show, I actually text old girl back like, hey, what's up? And she was like, hey, nothing much or whatever, right? Nothing, just chilling and something like that. So she said some shit like that or something. I forgot what she said. As a matter of fact, let's check. Since Monk Dan said he encouraged me that I should talk about, my own personal stories, I'm going to bring this up. And maybe I should turn on the fan because it's kind of hot up in here, boy. Good boy, hot up in here. Hold on. Can your boy turn on the fan real quick? Let me turn on the fan real quick.
I want to do it the right way and learn some of the unwritten rules.
That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, their problem, how to catch a hooker, what you do to be a boss player, what do I say to my wife when I decided that I wanted to be a true player and walk out on the family. We need a seminar so we can teach these guys to give them the right understanding so they'll know, man.
Man, sometimes I'll be forgetting. These lights get you hot. Like, no lie, before I even turned on the show, I didn't even have my air conditioner on. I was chilling. Like, these lights make this shit hot, man. And me not having that fan on, Jesus Christ. Sheesh.
He ain't lying.
So anyway, back to my story now. So anyway, let's go and see what she texts me. So I text her because, I was trying to see her, Thanksgiving Eve, you dig? So I said, hey, what's up? What you doing? She said none in PSL. If y'all know what PSL is, that's Point St. Lucie. At that point, I didn't even respond back to her. She texted me back this morning, like at 10:30, talking about Happy Thanksgiving. Shit, I still ain't responding back to that bitch. And that's because don't fucking play with me. Don't fucking play with me. Don't try to act like you want to be bae and all that shit. And then, you disappear Thanksgiving Eve and Thanksgiving. You're obviously with somebody. And that's cool. I don't mind. I think the only reason why I'm even stating this and it's even a discussion is because of the fact that I don't like to be lied to or try to be, don't try to play me. Bitch, I know you ain't in no Point St. Lucie. I know your ass is fucking under your baby daddy or some other nigga. I get it. It's Thanksgiving, You have a child by the man. You're probably going to be with a man, and more than likely still fucking a man. I understand the connection. That's actually why, no lie, that's actually why I tell my guys, do you really want to be with a baby mama? Because these are things that you have to deal with. You deal with a woman who already had a child by another man. You have to kind of understand that there's a possibility that she might go back to that man. Nobody just has kids by a man. Like I understand a lot of people have kids, because there was fucking and stuff like that. But trust me, even if it's not so-called love, they have some type of connection. And that's undeniable. Shit, they made a baby. You dig? So with that being said, my problem with her is don't be trying to act like you like my boo. And then, and you know what here's another thing. You know why another reason why I'm mad too? It's because she was the one who promised me a plate on Thanksgiving. She promised me a plate. I told her I was gonna be with my family and I was gonna be fed and I was gonna eat and stuff like that. And guess what? I got my food. And matter of fact, I got leftovers. You feel me? So I'm gonna be eating shit. As a matter of fact, after this, I got to smoke this. I might eat again and what I'm saying, maybe go to sleep. Well, bro, I ain't gonna go to sleep. I ain't gonna lie. I might put my feet in the street. But like I said, but y'all know how I be when I get sleep. When I eat though. When I eat, I be getting sleepy. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. So that's kind of why, that's kind of why, So, it's kind of good that I kind of talk about this because, maybe a younger guy or somebody else is going through the same situation and maybe they don't really see for what it is. And another thing is too, like I said, I don't even mind not seeing her on Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving Eve or whatever. It's just the fact that if you fuck with me, how did I not know that she was going to be out of town? Even if, how did I not know you was going to be out of town? Like, you'll think that would be something that I should know if you fuck with me, right? And look, man, you're going to live a long life, Monk Dan. I was just talking about you. He says, Jam City Crew, replay gang. Damn, I missed the story. I catch you on replay for it. Okay, well, you're in here in the house already. I'll give you the synopsis because I had a lot of filler. Your boy Callie be ranting sometimes. When I go off script, I be ranting. But it has to do with this whole Princess and Ray J situation. I was essentially just saying in a roundabout way that in the holidays, and I'm sorry to bore y'all. I mean, if I was going too far, y'all, but to round it up, if it's a holiday, if you don't see if you don't see your boo, your baby, your woman, whoever the fuck it is, your man, look, whatever you want to cut. This is not just against women. This is not a testament against women. This is a testament against everyone. If somebody's your dude or your girl or your main squeeze or whatever, and you don't see them on a holiday, you know where you stand with them, bro.
He ain't lying.
I know. The truth hurts.
Emotional damage.
Holidays, you know where people stand, how someone stands with you. You feel me? And essentially, Monk Dan, this chick who wants to act like she wants to be, the girl I was talking about last night, she acted like she wanted to be my girlfriend, but somehow I did not know that she was going to be I didn't know she was going to be 50 miles away from Miami until last night during my podcast. So, during my podcast, and mind you, several times I ignore her, she will double, triple, quadruple text me. But guess what? She didn't think that it was important that I know that she was going to be in 50 miles away from Miami the night before Thanksgiving. Sheesh.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Now he said they are with their main family. LOL. Of course. And here's another thing, Monk Dan. The young John, she her baby mama. So, you know, it's not unforeseeable that she's with her baby daddy. I mean, you know. And then Monk Dan says 7 mate qualifications from coach sounds like a pretender. Oh, yeah. She's definitely a pretender, you know. Or practice. Oh, no, she's practice. Can I be honest with you, Monk Dan? I mean, I'm always honest with it. I'm going to be brutally honest. Truth be told, what if I told y'all I was kind of glad that this happened? I'm kind of glad that this happened because, like, she's a cute girl. She's a cutie. You know, she's cute and, you know, she is fun to be around. And I ain't gonna lie, the sex is kind of fun, but she's not truly my type. You know, one, she's a baby mama. That's a problem in itself. Even if she was fine, let's just say she was a drop dead 10. Her having a baby daddy could be a problem. 2, I'm not a faithful dude, so I don't even know how she could even, if she could deal with that. I mean, I think she has an idea that I'll mess with other girls, but I don't know. And 3, she's not my type. You know, maybe is she, you know, like I said, I don't know if I told y'all, but she a fat girl. You know, she's not fat like Angela be fat, but she definitely needs to lose some weight. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front, I would rather have no girlfriends than to be walking around with her. And not that she's not even cute. Like she is actually like, is she kind of cute? Like she's like, the thing is like, it's like she's a fat girl, but like she's like really short and like really kind of small. So it's kind of like miniature fat, right? But it's still fat. You know what I'm saying? And then Mark Dan said that's definitely a problem. Death by simp is always it's always looming. Facts. And said one is too close to none. Facts. No, but here's the thing. I just talk about in theory though. Like, I'm sorry. Like, even when I was gonna say, okay, I'm gonna start a stable, she's not gonna be part of this thing. And here's the thing, she's even conscious that she even knows that she knows she's fat. You know, we even had discussion that I didn't say anything about me particularly about me not liking the fat, but she kind of mentioned about me not liking the fat. I didn't reply. I didn't answer that, but it was like, bitch, you know what it is. You know, but like I said, she's not a terrible looking chick or nothing. It's just, you know, she's not really all the way my type. Like, you know, she was like, oh, I want to get my high school body back. Okay, look, when you get your high school body back, then we can talk about you and your baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? You know that. But long story short is, truth be told, you know, I just kind of want to have fun. So truth be told, she want to go pursue her baby daddy, let her pursue her baby daddy. Monk Dad says, how old is she? She's 25. You're a young chick. Like I could say, she's a young chick. But like I said, I ain't nobody how many time mess around with like that. You know, and you know, no one I'm trying to put into time with like that. You know, but like I said, I just don't like my time with my face played with, and that's what I got a problem with. Like, you know, I don't have no problem being a free agent or being a renegade to do whatever you want. Well, my problem is that don't act like you trying to be with me and then, you know, trying to promise me Thanksgiving place and pussy and shit, and then don't be around. You know what I'm saying? That's that bullshit. You feel me? That's that bullshit. So, you know. So in a nutshell, Monk Dan, you know, if you do want to hear the story in more detail, you can go ahead and always hear it on replay. But that's essentially what happened. Essentially, you know, I know she's like with her like baby daddy, or no, look at this. I don't know if she's with her baby daddy or with a new nigga or just a nigga that I never knew nigga. But either way, she did make that ass available for Thanksgiving Eve or for Thanksgiving. So that basically tells me what's up. And then Monk Dan said, yep, you know, I catch the guys on the replay. I salute you too. I salute you, bro. Once again, I do want to salute Monk Dan for the $10 super chat. He says, Jam City Crew, replay gang. Damn, I missed the story, but I catch it on the replay.
My nigga.
Yes, sir. I appreciate the love and the $10 super chat. You know I need every dollar, my G. For Sheezy. Now he said she getting jammed and rammed. Oh, man. She getting jammed and rammed all the way, boy. You feel me? You know, hey, that's why they got a baby. Got jammed and rammed.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed over that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and rammed.
Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Yeah. And you know he loved that boom boom too, because like I said, he knocked her up. He said, this is a classic Kali West clip. Well, he said, we'll never get old. Never, bro. Never. Because you know what? It could be applied to so many instances, bro. Because look, when you get down to the nuts and bolts of relationships, it's never that complicated. That's why it was kind of goofy when Red Pill motherfuckers. I mean, I know when people used to be like, what's your body count? It wasn't because we all needed to hear the body count, but here's the thing. There were some guys who really, really, really wanted their girl to tell them how many guys that they've been with. You know how I know? Because I was one of them guys. Not as an adult, but more as a younger, young adolescence. But guess what? One thing I definitely found out was, one, bitches lie. And then two, you don't have to ask a woman her body count, especially if you have experience with women. She'll show you her body count. She'll show you without even showing you. If you're getting a lot of random text messages, random phone calls, she a hoe, bruh. She a hoe. I'm sorry. She a hoe. I don't give a fuck whether I'm from the generation who didn't have I'm from the generation who had beepers when we were in junior high school, okay? But I don't mean shit. I still know that females, pretty girls or females was not giving their number to every dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can add them on IG and Facebook and all that stuff and whatever, MySpace or whatever, have you? But if you got a chick and she's getting a lot of calls, a lot of text messages, especially during nighttime, she a hoe. If she disappears on Thanksgiving or the night before Thanksgiving, she a hoe. If you're talking to a new girl and you notice that y'all have the best conversations between 9 and 5, but from 8 to about 7 a.m. she is unavailable, she's a hoe, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's really not like, here's the thing. You don't really need no one to really spell things out for you. But you know what? I hate to say this. It's not that men are just dumb. Men are just ignorant to the things, to the keys of life.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed over that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and rammed.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
I think they're all 304s, but I love 304s. Hey, shit. Yo, your boy Kali West, I love me some hoes too.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
Yo, but
don't tell nobody.
Yeah, with that being said, look, hey, beat this. I'll put a hole on the roster. I will put a hoe on the roster. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get her pregnant or have no kids with her, but I'll put a girl hoe on the roster. You feel me? I just know, I'm just not gonna bring her home. I'm not gonna bring her home to mom and dad. You feel me? That's all it is. You feel me? Like, she just don't get the ring. But, she might get everything else, Hey, hoes have their use. Hey, even if the chick is not even a hoe, she might not even be a wife. So, like I said, everybody has their use. But back to this whole Ray J and Princess situation, she obviously was going to go get fucked by somebody else, man. And it's funny because Ray J got all this money and all this influence. He's even getting paid, by the New World Order to spread propaganda. So you tell me he couldn't just go get him a funny-faced, light-skinned woman? Well, I guess she is already a funny-faced, light-skinned woman. He can go get him a white woman?
Thanks for all your help. Bye-bye, Tanja. Bye-bye.
For real. I'm just saying, like, and then it's crazy too. Like, you got Floyd Mayweather's you got Floyd Mayweather's throwaway chick, and I wouldn't say throwaway because not like Floyd didn't like her. I guess Floyd just kind of, she was part of the stable. I mean, that's what happens when you get a rich guy. And it's funny because she got every excuse in the book why him and her didn't work out and blah, 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 blah. But the truth is that there's no way that you could deal with a guy who's in the industry and think that he's going to be faithful. Like, I just kind of think that's a stupid notion. I just kind of feel like, it's like, I don't know. I just kind of feel like even if a man tell you that he's going to go be faithful to you, if he's a fucking celebrity, come on now, bitch. Let's take it with a grain of salt. Come on now. Man Support Man says, sound like he got emotional, caught up. Oh, of course he did. Hey, think about it. Hey, Coach Greg Adams says, all men pay. And this is a prime example. Look, he thought if he spent the whole day, help cooking with the turkey, hosting the Thanksgiving, her family members get to come over his house. They get good to drink Moet and drink Cavassier and drink, I don't know, Don Perignon, drink Don Julio and all that shit, and have a good time and be with the kids. He thought he was going to have his baby in his house and have his woman. You feel me? And guess what? When she decided she was going to leave, that's because somebody else was calling and she was expected to be with somebody else. Okay, here's the thing. Women, they're very, here's the thing. I can honestly attest to this because I've been that simp.
Is a tutorial.
Hold up. I've been that simp nigga. I've been that simp nigga who, I was like, oh, can I spend a day with you or spend some time with you? And you think, oh, okay, you think you put in your work and you spend some time with a woman and you take her out and you chill with her. You think, okay, then you're obligated to get sex. And guess what? And the truth is, she knows that's why you're doing it. She knows that's why you're doing it. But guess what? It doesn't matter because she told you that she was going to just spend a day with you. So guess what? So when it's nighttime, now she's leaving because guess what? Her nighttime situation fell through because guess what? Her nighttime situation, he already did the Thanksgiving thing with his baby mama and his wife. Now he got time for you. So guess what? Now she got to go. And essentially that's what happened. She decided she had to go. That's why he was mad. And it's like he didn't want to say it. It's not because she was drunk. He just didn't want her to go. And maybe she was drunk. But she could have took an Uber home. He could have requested an Uber. He could have called the cops on her ass. He could have did everything. But guess what? The truth is, he just didn't want her to go. Monk Dan says, messing with your foes, and it happens. The seminar will teach you. LOL. Yo. Hey, it sure would. Yo. Hopefully the seminar can help these.
I want to do it the right way and learn some of the unwritten rules.
That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, their problem, how to catch a hooker, what you do to be a boss player, what do I say to my wife when I decided that I wanted to be a true player and walk out on the family. We need a seminar so we can teach these guys to give them the right understanding so they'll know, man.
Monk asked, "Oh my, was that my $2 pearl with no shoes?" Yes, it was.
Okay, guys, this is a tutorial on how to touch grass because I know a lot of you don't know what that is or don't know how to do it. So first, you want to take off your shoes like this. Yes, barefoot. It's okay to be barefoot outside, if you didn't know. But first, you want to take your
Ray J could have had
foot
that.
and you want to touch it like that. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's how you touch grass. A lot of you guys need to know how to do that.
Got to know exactly who you are. Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
Now imagine Ray J could have just let that fucking bitch go. He said that he don't care if she go fuck with another dude and come back to him, right? Why didn't he let that bitch go and then go right on? He could have went on OnlyFans and ordered him a nice 19 to 23-year-old, 25-year-old white woman like this here.
Okay, guys, this is a tutorial on how to touch grass because I know a lot of you don't know what that is or don't know how to do it. So first, you want to take off your shoes like this. Yes, barefoot. It's okay to be barefoot outside, if you didn't know. But first, you want to take your foot and you want to touch it like that. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's how you touch grass. A lot of you guys need to know how to do that.
Monk Dan gonna ask me a rhetorical question. This must be a rhetorical question. I already told you the bitch big. I mean, like I said, she ain't no big Angelotti bitch. Like the bitch only like 5'2" or something like that. Like there's not much the fat could go, but you know what I'm saying? She's still a round mother, you know. He says, and I quote, "Is your 25-year-old bigger than her?" This is my response to you, Monk Dan, in regard to that. This is my answer to you, since you had to know. Is she bigger than the girl right there? My response, damn, where's my response? I'm trying to use my sound bite. I'm trying to look on my list of sound bites. Damn. It is. Damn, did I remove it from my board? I think I did. Oh, I sure did. I don't have it no more. Oh, is she bigger than her? Here's my answer. But for real, man, like, you know, she actually almost kind of doing me a favor, bro, because truth be told, you know, I'm trying to find a way to kind of distance myself from her anyway, because like I said, I ain't trying to get her to catch no feelings, and you know, I ain't trying to be the one fucking be walking around with a big bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to fucking clown her, because like I said, for what it's worth, is she a bad looking chick? No. And you know what's crazy too? What's crazy is, and I don't know if I'm just being horny, but she looks really good naked. Like, if the girl was to get on her motherfucking shit, like if she was to get on her shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, maybe, you know, like I said, if she was to start doing cardio, get on her gym shit, you know, maybe go see Dr. Miami. I ain't saying to go to Dr. Miami to go necessarily get no BBL or anything like that. But, you know, and here's number two. Yeah, you know, like if she was to get on her shit, she'd be a good looking chick. Like, you know what I'm saying? But guess what? I don't go along with anyone's weight loss journey. Like, I just kind of feel like just like if I was a fat guy and I had to go on my weight loss journey alone, a woman should go on her weight loss journey alone as well. And then Monk Dan said she won't get on her shit because people keep poking her. Facts. And I agree. I agree with that. That's part of the problem. That might be the main problem. The main problem is that there's some dude all up in our thing like, what's up? There are some women though who do push the look. Eventually, sometimes it's usually almost even too late. Sometimes these women realize that they could get guys to fuck them. But here's the thing: eventually, after a while, these women know that anybody will fuck them. But how many do stay with them? That's kind of why. That's another reason why I stay away from those dating apps and dating. Especially the dating apps, because they be trying to hook you up with like 35 to 40-year-old chicks or 40-plus-year-old chicks. And guess what? Those chicks don't want to have fun. They all want to settle down. As a matter of fact, you know what? This chick hit me up on Facebook dating, an older chick. And here's the thing. Sometimes them older chicks be clucking every now and then. So, I think she instigated the conversation. So I conversated back. And I got her number. But long story short is the chick is not very consistent. So she hit me up the other night and I was like, okay, you want me to slide on you? I was like, this shit, I'm trying to like fuck. And she was like, oh, I'm not looking for sex. And I'm like, so what are you looking for? I'm confused. I'm like, bitch, you call me every other couple of weeks. Like, it's pretty obvious you get fucked by somebody. And she was all like, oh, look at settle down. I didn't even look. Here's the thing. I wasn't even going to argue with the bitch or even respond to the bitch. I just left her on red, bruh. And yes, month in, she was trying to make me the that's you guy, the good guy. Yeah. And guess what? You know what's crazy too, month in? Remember Coach Greg Adams said the other day that girls hate nice guys. Women hate nice guys. Women actually hate nice guys. Because guess what? You know why women hate nice guys? Because they know you only be nice because you just want to fuck them. That's why they respect the bad boy. They respect the bad boys because the bad boy, he can be who he is, whether she fucks him or not. And the truth is, that's the truth. The truth is that, he don't care whether he fucks her or not. He's still going to be him. But yeah, man. But yeah, I just don't believe in. Here's the thing. I just believe that people be doing you favors. You feel me? Truth be told, in my life right now, truth be told, I don't mind if I don't fuck her no more. But truth be told, I shouldn't even be fucking with her serious like that anyway, or even fucking with her like that. Like, truth be told, I really need to be back on. I really just need to stay focused on my business. That way I can step my game up. That way I can fuck with females who look like this.
Okay guys, this is a tutorial on how to touch grass because I know a lot of you don't know what that is or don't know how to do it. So first you want to take off your shoes like this. Yes, barefoot. It's okay to be barefoot outside if you didn't know. But first you want to take your foot and you want to touch it like that. You know what I mean? And yeah. That's how you touch grass. A lot of you guys need to know how to do that.
I'm just saying, for real. Or you can go get your passport and go overseas.
How do you say, let me hit that in Chinese? 让我打那个. 让我打那个.
You don't want that nigga. Wait a minute. Hold on. Did you? Look, I'm sorry. Let me wait. I don't want that nigga. I'm about to play it back, but I think she said I want
that. Yes. Yo, Ling Ling was fine as hell, bro. That is a beautiful woman. And you see she's in a Tesla getting self-driven. Or a Chinese version of Tesla. Yeah, she was fine though. No cap, she was fine. Run it back.
How do you say, let me hit that in Chinese? How do you say, let me hit that in Chinese? 让我打那个，让我打那个。
You don't want that nigga. Wait a minute. Hold on. Did you? Look, I'm sorry. Let me wait. Wait. I don't want that nigga. I'm about to play it back, but I think she said I want that
nigga. For real. Hey, she was fine though. I ain't cap. She do look fine though. Now, Monk Dan says, do you think that she is a condescending Asian? Coach talks about the Americanized things. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think she's. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. She could be. It all depends. It's really kind of hard to kind of gauge it, but here's the thing. CGA believes that essentially like any Americanized Asian could do that. And she might be an Americanized Asian. She might be. It could be possible. Those condescending Asians are usually liberals. They're usually liberals, non-traditional, you know. Those are usually the types like that. But yeah, trust me, I done came across them living in LA. I done came across those types plenty of times. The liberal, condescending Asian. Shit. I could even say some of them, you know what? I take that back one day. I don't know. Cause I think some of them Asian, Republican Asians could be very condescending too. One thing is I know very little about links. Yeah, because I think where you're from or where you're at right now, brother, there's not many links out there. Like, for example, I'm in the same boat with you too. In Miami, like there's Asians out here, right? Like, for example, like if you go down to like certain stores, you'll see Asians, but not really. Here's the thing, even those stores are few and far between. We are a very, very small Asian population. It's like if you see an Asian out here, they either own a store that's probably Asian related, or be their transplant, meaning that they're like from somewhere else. They're either a Chinese businessman or they're like a Chinese professional or something like that, or Asian professional just from some other place like New York or somewhere. Yeah, northern Miami, southern Montana. Yeah, Midwest. Yeah, there's not many Asians over there. There's not many Asians in Miami either. Like, bruh, I ain't gonna cap. Man, my boy had a party maybe about 4 or 5 years ago before coronavirus. And dude, no, I think it was after the coronavirus, actually. Yeah, it was after the coronavirus. And yo, I fucked this Asian chick at his house, bro. I ain't in cap, bro. And it was funny because when I bumped into her, I said, you sexy little Chun Li. She was like, Chun Li. She was like, that's racist. And then everybody started laughing, right? But dude, do you know, like, maybe 20 minutes later, I was fucking the shit out of her, bro. And dude, yeah. Like, how did my dick end up in her? Yo. Hey, see this. I was determined, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? There was no way I was gonna let no Asian chick be in front of me all up in my face. You know what I'm saying? And not fuck her. You feel me? Like, damn, I still remember that shit. And I still remember too, like all the brothers was like giving me props because they knew I smashed and shit. They knew I smashed in the back room. Well, he had a big house, but they knew I smashed in the back room. But yeah, man, like, you know, but I do have a lot of experience with Asian girls in high school because I'm from LA. In LA, yo, you definitely gonna have probably, depending on what school you went to, you're definitely gonna experience some Asian punani. At least before high school, and not in high school, by college. But man, trust me, man, yo, I ain't gonna lie, Asian boom boom is good. And yo, if you ever see an Asian girl and she doesn't have that much ass, yeah, they might not have the fattest asses in the world, but Munk Dan, especially a brother who likes white girls, an Asian chick will surprise you when you get the hair naked. Like, it ain't gonna be no ping pang bow bang, but yo, so hey, sometimes little booty, sometimes sometimes there's nothing little about little booty. Man, I'm telling you, man, them Asian girls, mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie, that'd probably be the only reason why I would want to move back to California. Other than that, I love Miami. But yeah, man. Definitely gotta get you some lemon wings. Yeah, Munk Dan. Eventually, you know what I'm saying? I know you're on your money shit. Eventually, you might have to get you a little spot in California, man. Or at least going down to visit. If you want to get linglings who like brothers, go to Long Beach. Long Beach. Oh, what did Munk Dan got to say? He said, I only want flatbacks. Working on getting my chicken bag up to get Supreme flatbacks. I lived in LBC for 1 year. Hey, so were you able 2010 to 2011? Were you able to meet some Cambodian chicks? Because there's a big Chinese Cambodian population in Long Beach. Long Beach, look, Long Beach has a lot of Asians. Sacramento has a lot of Asians who like brothers. Like, but yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you know, you on the JUCO with Coach, yo. You know, you might have to, you know, you might have to break bread on whoever you want to see. You know, so especially you want to try some lings. Said met one combo chick, but she was a strong. Damn, she was a strag. Oh, right. Keep in mind, though, I know you from Wyoming, but it is Long Beach. Long Beach is not the best place. It's not the worst place in the world, but Long Beach is kind of like a bootleg LA in a way. It's kind of like LA. There's some nice parts, and then there's some hood parts. And yes, there do be some strags in Long Beach. For sure. From a Long Beach perspective. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. We're going to go in a little overtime. We can go in a little overtime. Yo, I meant to make an episode about this, and I forgot about it. But I'm going to play it now. Yo, you know, people be following that, what's that chick name? Sprinkle chick. But you know what's funny about the Sprinkle chick? Is that the Sprinkle chick is saying some shit that Kevin Samuels would have said. Check this out.
Whatever you're doing is wrong. Like if you're over 35 and you haven't been picked, whatever you're doing is all wrong. So I suggest considering new options, new types of people to date, and new ways of doing things, okay? Because you're not going to get the 45-year-old if you're 35, okay? They're looking for the 25-year-old now, okay? So just understand this. You've waited too long. That's why I'm telling these young girls, get on it. Get on it now. The faster you get on it, the better you can do. Now you can still do it at 34, yes. But you're gonna get more if you're younger. That's why I'm saying get on it young. If you're 34, you need to go for somebody in their 60s. Okay? Are we trying to get no 37-year-old or 42-year-old? It's not gonna work. All right.
Emotional damage.
Sheesh. Yo. And that's the sprinkle chick, bruh.
This is a sick Negro.
But see, here's the joke. The joke is that we've been telling, look, the red pill has been telling women, well, truth be told, okay, the red pill has been put this message out for at least 10 plus years. And even in society, it has played out. They used to call people spinster, old hag, bag lady, all types of stuff back in the day. But guess what? That was deemed politically incorrect, this, that, and the other, feminism, yada, yada, yada. You know, women can have kids and family at 40 plus, blah, 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 right? The whole propaganda. But what's ironic is, you see how everything just comes in full circle? So after all that shit talking, wishing that Candace Samuels was dead and all that, right? Only to have their queen, because here's the thing, Sprinkle right now. Yo, I believe that Sprinkle is more influential than Brittany Renner and Cynthia G put together. No, Kendra G. Yeah, Cynthia G, Kendra G, and whatever that bitch's name together. None of them hoes got as much popularity as Sprinkle, which is ironic. Sprinkle hasn't made it, you know, Brittany Renner, she might be technically more mainstream. She's definitely more mainstream, but Sprinkle, yo, the streets is listening to her. Well, the streets of these hoes are listening to her. So just go figure, after all that shit, they're essentially saying the same thing that we told them as men. Among dancers at 35, that old dog is not learning new tricks. LOL. Facts. And here's the thing. Did you hear what she said? She said if a dude who's 35, he ain't gonna want you. He gonna want a chick who's like 20. He gonna want a younger chick. He said if you're 35, you need to be trying to date a dude who's like 60 plus or something like that. Because think about it. He's the only one who's probably gonna see any worth into you. And it makes sense. Monk Dan also says Miss Sprinkle be popping on TikTok. I tend to peek at her lives. Yeah, but look, people listen to her. I mean, not everything that she says is not necessarily not true. We just don't like the fact that, you know, she's essentially teaching women how to kind of get over on men. In a way, yes. You know, but guess what? We always knew that there'll always be suckers. We can't stop every man from being a sucker, simp sucker. We can't do that. All we could do, look, if we could save one man from making that mistake, then guess what? This podcast shit is all worth it. But the truth is that we know that this podcast shit has a bigger reach because it has affected the market as well. Now that men know that they could go overseas and see another woman, they could go online and meet their certain type of woman that they have a certain amount in their bank account. I mean, women have essentially freed men. He said that's why we need that seminar.
I want to do it the right way and learn some of the unwritten rules.
That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, their problem, how to catch a hooker, what you do to be a boss player, what do I say to my wife when I decided that I wanted to be a true player and walk out on the family. We need a seminar so we can teach these guys to give them the right understanding so they'll know, man.
He ain't lying.
Facts. For real, man. But yo, man, I'm just saying, yo, tonight was live. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I know it's Thanksgiving. I know, y'all, y'all done drain yourselves eating all that turkey. Y'all done got fat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done got to watch some Thursday night football and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody for tuning in. And y'all know y'all will be seeing your boy tomorrow night. Rain, sleet, or snow, you dig? Yo, once again, it is Cali West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you feeling this shit. Yo, and yes, Monk Dan, it is exactly 12:01 to be exact. He said give 25 a text. 25 what? What's that? Oh, give 25 a text. Give 25 a text, huh? How should I answer that? That'll be a negative.
Nope.
That'll be a negative. That would be kind of funny, huh? Hey, you know what?
You're a victim.
There we go, CSI.
That would be actually kind of funny, bro. But yo, you know what's funny? It's funny you say that, right? Because before I go on this, see, I try to close the shop, but I had to say this because you brought this up, Monk Dan, so I had to mention this. Well, me and my older brother was having a conversation before we were having a conversation tonight, because he hit me up for his Thanksgiving, right? And we ended up having a conversation about people who cheat, right? And I was telling him that, women, it's easier for a woman to cheat than a man because a man, if you call a man about a woman, unless he is a simp sucker, he is not going to blow his cover. Why? Because usually if a chick is cheating on her man, she's cheating on a man who probably already has a girlfriend. And guess what? If he admits that he's fucking with her, now she's his responsibility now. And guess what? Men who usually are fucking around with another chick don't want that responsibility. So guess what? They go and they don't answer the phone or they lie and are like, no, I never messed with her, nothing like that. Knowing damn well they did. But a woman, it benefits her to admit that she's a mistress because she wants you to break up with your girlfriend anyway. So you could be her girlfriend. So us men, we definitely got to watch out and be careful when it comes to that. So with that being said, it kind of goes back to what Monk Dan kind of said back. Like, maybe I should call and see if she answered. Because essentially, but here's the thing though. I don't want to start any rifting in their relationship because guess what? I don't mind fucking and get her sucking me and fucking me every now and then because truth be told, I don't eat her pussy. You know what I'm saying? I do show her a good time. I might buy her a meal or buy her a bottle. I make sure she smokes trees and make sure I show her a good time and stuff like that. So with that being said, if I could just keep like that with her, what I'm saying, with her baby daddy or her boyfriend break her heart, she wants to come back around, and I dick her down viciously and then send her back home, wet. I kind of don't really mind that. So at the same time, I really don't want to set obligations for myself. Not that I have to be obligated to her because she ain't shit to me, but at the same time, sometimes you gotta let land dogs lie. Say stream over. Might give it a shot. He says $10 super chat. Oh, she said thanks for the overtime, man. It's no problem, man. I do this shit. Yo, I know I do this shit for funs and shit, but I do this shit for fun as well. G.
My nigga.
Yeah, man. Yo, man, just like Black Ram 313 says, this is therapeutic, man. For real. That would be funny if I could call her up, but like I said, sometimes I let land dogs lie. Plus, I know what the fuck she's doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I know what the fuck she's doing, do I have to even call her or anything like that? I know what the fuck she's doing. I mean, I know it would have actually been funny to do, but beat this. At the same time, I'm gonna be honest with you. As soon as I sign off of here, I'm probably gonna look on my phone. See if I got any missed messages for anybody else. And even if I don't have no missed messages for anybody else, I'm gonna just see who ain't with their man tonight, And I'm probably gonna start have a little fun myself. You feel me? It is Thanksgiving. Shit, I can go look. There's a bar by my house that's pretty safe, and there's a lot of good looking girls over there. Some sisters I want to. Shit, I could try to Wynwood where there's like white girls and snow bunnies and Spanish girls. You know what I'm saying? Or I could just call a chick up from my phone. Like, trust me, there's somebody I know. There's a couple of people I know I can hit up, and I'm sure that they're available, and I could go and get them goods. So, I'm gonna let her do her thing, and you know what I'm saying? I just kind of feel like, truth be told, I just feel like I said, and you might not have heard this part, you will hear this on a replay, Monk Dan, but she freed me. She made it like she knows that she's being kind of funny. So, at this point, I feel like she freed me. I feel like she freed my conscience because I was kind of feeling kind of bad because I kind of know she kind of liked me. But like I said, she just basically gave me the ammo to not really fuck with her like that. Kind of like, oh, Monk Dan said, what? You ain't eating that cat? Did he eat that cat? Sound right? Did he eat that cat? Hell no. As a matter of fact, it's funny you bring that up. But yeah, but nah. Yeah, she's running game. She's definitely running game. Well, she thinks she's running game. But here's the thing though. I'm 46 and she's 25. Whatever game that she's trying to run, I done seen that shit way like 20 years plus ago. You feel me? Like, you feel me? Like, I already know the game. So, like I said, she freed me, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie, I was starting to feel a little guilty because she was kind of on it, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was all starting to talk about how she want to do this for me and all this stuff. Like, she kind of wanted to be with me. And I ain't gonna lie, not saying that my heart go pity pat for the hood rat, but you know what I'm saying? People have a way of trying to obligate you and make you feel guilty, or maybe I was feeling a little guilty because like I know I'm still smashing them guts, you feel me? So like, I guess we're both running game on each other. But I don't feel like I'm really running game because I didn't tell her that I ever wanted to be her boyfriend. But let them run their game. Hey, let them do whatever they do. But I just kind of feel like, okay, the fact that your ass wasn't around for Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving Eve, I could just, avoid your ass. Like, if I feel like fucking you, I hit you up or I answer the phone. I'm sure I'll respond back to her in a couple of days, not this weekend, but, next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll fuck her again, but she has all the time for her due. You feel me? And, like I said, I don't even care, but at least I feel like truth is, I just kind of feel like I could do this shit conscious free because to some degree, think about it. To some degree, especially if you're still dealing with these chicks, I mean, unless you put it all out on the table, which you can do, most men don't. And I can honestly say I didn't put that on the table that I wasn't looking for a girlfriend either. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie, I got more than one dating profile, so I don't know. Each one says something different. I don't know. But long story short is, I just know that I don't have to have a guilty conscience now because the fact that I know she's being shady, I can just do whatever I can do without prejudice. You dig? Monk Dan said I let my JUCO know that this is a short-term thing, and that's cool at his end. But that's the thing, though, no doubt. But see, that is kind of what is that word? A relationship. That is a kind of a companionship agreement. You feel me? So that kind of almost makes sense. Here's the thing, here's the thing. I believe you can say that to a real girl on the street if y'all both are on the same page. You feel me? But the truth is that most people are never really on the same page. So would you say that if you had a little feelings for 25? Yeah. Because you know what? I can honestly say that I can have feelings for somebody but still know that they're a hoe. It's funny to say that because it's funny to mention that because there was a chick I was messing with and it was a black woman and she was about my age. Yeah, she was an older chick, but this older chick, I ain't gonna lie, man. This older chick has a good ass ponytail, bro. this older chick has some good ass moves. And no, now this older chick, I ain't gonna lie, I definitely had feelings for this older chick, but as much as I had feelings for her, and as much as I liked her, and as much as I cared about her, I was still realistic. I still knew what it was. Like I knew that bitch was a hoe. Like I knew that bitch was a hoe. Like, you know, most bitches who got some good ass pussy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like the bitch gave me all her holes and used to suck it and just all night, all day, all night. You know what I'm saying? Shit. One time I had a girl over or two, and shit, I invited her, and you know what I'm saying, she done got ate up and ate the other girls and did all types of freaky shit. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know. But yeah, did I kind of like her? Yes. Did I have feelings for her? Yes. But just because you have feelings for her, just because you have feelings for you still care about somebody, that doesn't mean you still can't be realistic and just know, like, okay, like I love her, I care about her, but I know she a hoe. Like, you know, I just think that when we start lying to ourselves is when there's a problem, right? You feel me? So Monk Dan says, what makes her different? Why does she hit different? Well, the older chick, one was my type. The older woman was like, you know, chocolate. She was like she was my type, 5'1". Like she was like maybe 5'1", in shape, nice ass, nice legs, nice titties. Like for a single mother, she was in pretty decent shape. She was in pretty good shape. Like, I don't know if it's because she had a chick, you know, maybe she had a young pregnancy. And you know what? She didn't even have a child that young either. But I guess maybe when women don't have a kid too young, maybe right in the right age, their body be snapping back. But she had a dope ass body, bro. Dope ass body. You know, she was fun to be around. You know, like, you know, just real fun to be around. My type of chick, I could take her around in public and floss her. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I could floss her and shit. You feel me? Like, there's a way better difference. Maybe he said that in the beginning. I didn't. Now, to be honest, my dating profile might say otherwise. That's the only thing I'm kind of scared of. Because, like I said, I got a few dating profiles. So I don't know what that dating profile would say, because some of the dating profiles I updated and some of them I didn't. So, you know, I felt differently at the time. So I don't fucking know. But I know she ain't told me about that. And we and her never had no verbal boyfriend or girlfriend talk, or even on text. Monk Dan says, I could say I had feelings on like 2 JUCOs from Seattle. They were what I was looking for. 6 foot and up, flat backs, pale and hairy. Ah, shit. Man, I might have to play around with that Facebook dating. LOL. Hey, Facebook dating is fun, man. It's cool. Look, hey, just like in business, right? You know, you wouldn't miss out on getting an interest-bearing checking account if you still needed a checking account, right? You know, saying to avoid, you know, the savings tax and stuff, right? So you'll get a checking account, right? That has interest-bearing, right? You're not going to leave money on the table. So it's like with females. If you could have another facility or another faucet to get females, why not? Why not open it for yourself? I think that would be a great idea. You should. But yeah, man, like that's one thing I don't know about to do. And it's nothing too, like I said, man, you know, it is like, you know, they say never catch feelings, because it's kind of hard to catch feelings when someone's blowing your top off. Blowing your top off, and they're kind of cool too. And here's the thing, it's kind of hard to catch feelings when a bitch, you know, she might fuck you good, but the bitch is still a bitch. Like, I think you kind of compartmentalize it as sex, but like the chick's kind of cool to be around. Like, you know, you might have to give her some money, but it's like you give her some money, she's still like, oh, what you about to do? Like, don't you want to watch, you know, don't you want to watch, I don't know, don't you want to watch, what's that thing called? Don't you want to watch Strange Things season 5 or something like that? And you're like, damn, this bitch is kind of cool. Like, you know, it happens. It's not out the realm of possibilities. I just think that it's kind of like what Robert De Niro said in Gone in 60 Seconds. Don't ever be with anybody, like, don't ever be in those situations that you can't walk away from in 60 seconds. It's kind of like, even if you do love a chick or want to be with a chick, It's like if you find out the bitch is cheating on you, like what do you do? Just still be in love with her and just still say that she cheated on you, or do you just be a man and suck it up and just drop her? Like I almost look, this is gonna sound. I don't want to sound heartless because I'm not heartless. I can still love a chick. I can still have feelings for a chick and still have feelings for a chick. But I truly believe that you can have feelings for a chick. I truly believe that you can love a woman and still know that she's a hoe and just know that she's not good for you and just love her from a distance or love her with a condom or something. You feel me? But I truly believe that you could. I believe us as men, especially as men of the red pill or of the after pill, we can separate the fact that we should know. We should be able to separate our feelings from the facts. Like, okay, we know the bitch is a hoe, so it's like, okay, let's keep a condom on, or just know she can go back to her pimp. Like, you just kind of know. Like, I don't know. Like, I just kind of feel like, yeah. It says, but it's tough up here in northern Wyoming. I can imagine the amounts of toothless women on there. Well, you gotta sort through it, man, and just check it out. I don't know why you live in Wyoming. As you're probably out there for some industrial reason. Trust me, you're probably down there for some. Yeah, here's the thing: Wyoming sounds boring, but you probably make a lot of money. Monk Dan says the quality is probably like Coach playing the match game on Tinder. Yeah, dude. You gotta kind of take it for where you are too, man. Like, for example, you know what problem I have out in Miami? Yeah, I might have way more better looking women out here. We might have more women in Miami than we have in the whole state of Wyoming. But the whole point is that me coming from Los Angeles to Miami, I realized Miami's so small because, you know what I mean? They didn't actually be on and I recognize these hoes. I've been actually recognizing these hoes. Sometimes I will get a girl's number and then realize I fucked her already. Or realize I talked to her already. He says, I'm a railroader. Love it up here. Snowy mountains, quiet and peaceful. Yeah, see? Hey, you have to be where your industry is. That makes sense. And look, that's kind of why, it makes sense. It'll behoove you to probably do a lot of traveling. You might have to get your little ling ling in LA or Sacramento. Get you a little flat back in Miami or flat back in New York or something like that. It will make sense for you to definitely get your freaking flyer miles up. Shit. Hey, you know what I'm not too against, y'all? I'm not too against either. I'm not too against, people like for example, Coach, he's not big on long distance relationships. And I'm not either. But I feel like here's the thing, as long as the chick knows that I'm gonna still be doing my thing. But if a chick was serious about maybe moving out to live with me from another state, I would. As a matter of fact, I almost did that. Like after my pops passed away, I think in 2013, 2014, man, I met this chick in LA, and I ain't gonna lie, I still follow her on IG. And I can honestly say, I ain't saying that she, I ain't gonna lie, I did fuck her the first night, you know what I'm saying? But I can honestly say, well, what I can see online, she's a decent kind of chick. Like, she ain't really ran through nothing like that. I don't see her with a bunch of niggas and nothing like that. Like, she look like she take care of her kids. Looks could be deceiving, but she's like a decent chick. But I still kind of remember that I considered about moving her out here. And I remember I asked one of my old exes to move out here, and she wouldn't because she thought her mom wouldn't trip. Because I ain't cap. Yes, I said her mom because the chick was like, I think when I asked her, she might have been 20 at the time. You know what I'm saying? So, I get it. I understand. I believe everything happens for a reason. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm not too against a woman moving, out of town to live with me. You know what I'm saying? If me and her really hit it off, you feel me? So, you might have to, whoever you really want to be with, you might have to get her down here sometime. Monk Dan says, my 24-year-old JUCO from Seattle came out here to visit me. Nice. He then says, I can't do the moving the chicks out. That's too much commitment. Well, here's the thing, Monk Dan. It all depends on what you really want. But understand, but it makes sense. And you're right. It is. Yeah, because at that point, look, because at that point, you ain't going to move the girl out in town and talk about, oh, you know what I'm saying? me and you are just homie level friends. Yeah, that ain't gonna fly. You know what I'm saying? Now, unless you tell her, unless you know that you're not a one woman man from jump, and you say, look here, girl, you can move out on my dime. Then you're not committed to me. But still, that's a commitment as well. Because guess what? That's that's a financial commitment, not even a relationship commitment. So yeah, So yeah, we gotta. But I'm just kind of putting in perspective, what it is. Like, there's always trade-offs. There's always trade-offs. You feel me? But I definitely entertain, moving chicks out here, and I actually had one chick move out here. Now, so yeah. But But yep. Yeah, man. Yeah, but depending on where you are, it can be a little tough on getting the type of chicks that you want. Especially if you say that you don't really like sisters too. Especially if sisters ain't on it. So I mean, you're in Wyoming, not many black women walking around, but still just go figure. If you say that you don't date sisters, that's another 5 to 10% of chicks that you just literally took off of your menu. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? I ain't gonna say that, that, a lot of black women don't make a bad name for themselves, but maybe you could maybe meet a really sweet, really black chick. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? You ain't looking her way because you think, her name's Shaniqua. So I stay away from the sisters. Yeah, see, there you go. But let me ask you a question, Monk Dan. Is there a reason why you stay away from the sisters? He says, I stay away from the South too. Is there a reason why you stay away from the sisters? I mean, other than, like, for example, isn't it an attractive thing? Like, for example, because remember I showed you a little chick who I thought was fine yesterday. I know you've seen her on a replay, but I understand, like, there's no compromise. Like, for example, like, what if it was a sister who wasn't a sister? Like, maybe what if she was a black girl who, went to Dartmouth, she went to Harvard, what if she was one of those sisters, she grew up in a white, she grew up with her dad, her mom, and she came from a pretty prestigious family. Would that change the mind? But she was really attractive. She had her. Oh, so he said no. See, he says, I don't like your Mario stream. I can say I don't like them. I don't like chocolate. No. Okay. See. So hey, guess what? That's a type. Well, and guess what? And that's cool too. Then. And that's cool too. Here's the thing. I will never ever Dr. Umar you, bro. You feel me? Talk about Dr. Umar. You know what? I'm kind of glad we talked about this. Damn, me and Monk Dan. So damn, nobody else in the Righteous Fears in the house. Let's see here. He said, my last sister was mixed from NY. She was Cape Verde. She will ruin it for all. Oh my God. Okay. That makes sense. And then J Flo says, salute to Cali West, Monk Dan and chat. Happy Thanksgiving and New Jam City. Man, thanks for tuning in, J Flo. You dig? It's always good to have you, bro.
My nigga.
Yeah. Look what this is actually funny too. And I've seen this shit. I meant to post this, but I'm about to post this right now. I thought this shit was so funny. Look at that. Oh, damn, where's that? Oh, I know where it is. Boom. Let's see here. Is this it? I know it is. Come on. Yeah, we're too busy. We having a whole fellowship over here. Man, where is it at? I gotta show y'all. Oh, check this out, y'all.
My community. In order to save my race, we have to make bunny hopping a federal offense. Bunny hopping must become a federal offense. I want to introduce the anti-snow bunny hopping bill into Congress. No Negro is allowed to date, live with, sleep with, reproduce, cohabitate, engage, or marry with a non-African woman. We can help the community this way. We can help the community this way.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Who are these niggas? I cried laughing when I read it.
You know what I'm saying?
like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
This is a sick Negro.
So, so I just want to make sure I understand this, right? I just want to get this straight. So Dr. Umar essentially is asking to put a bill into Congress that essentially upholds Emmett Till's lynching. Interesting.
Emotional damage.
Just think about it. If it was a federal law not to interracially date, then maybe Emmett Till's case would have been well, it was dismissed anyway in the 50s or the 60s. But guess what? Then guess what? Essentially, Dr. Umar, they're essentially not only are they policing Black Men's Johnson, but essentially they're essentially put in Jim Crow laws. Isn't that funny? Isn't that ironic? Isn't that ironic that a Pan-Africanist is the one who tried to put into Jim Crow laws? Ain't that crazy? Ain't that something?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
What does interracial people have, Black men dating a white woman, have to do with fixing the community? Sounds stupid. Real ignorant. Let's see here. Monk Dan said we had a discussion on the sisters, LOL. Then Jay Flo says, what in the psych op is this? He says, yeah, Dr. Umar and Andrew Ifson should team up. They sure should. And then Monk Dan said they both preach shit that they don't practice. Facts.
He ain't lying.
They both like sisters, LOL.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Dr. Umar, Andrew Ifson versus CGA, essentially. They'll have to join forces like Voltron to go against CGA. Jay Flo says Dr. Umar is still begging for money. He needs a seminar. He sure does, but he needs a seminar. Or, well, I was going to say that he needed an exorcist, but the IRS was already on his ass, so, yeah.
I want to do it the right way and learn some of the unwritten rules.
That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, their problem, how to catch a hooker, what you do to be a boss player, what do I say to my wife when I decided that I wanted to be a true player and walk out on the family. We need a seminar so we can teach these guys to give them the right understanding so they'll know, man.
Yeah, man. Shit crazy. Shit crazy. That's why some people just say, man, you know what? Like, and what's crazy is that those same sisters who's preaching all that shit, Dr. Umar, he don't hold them accountable. But guess what? Black women don't bunny hop. They just get fucked. So I don't see Dr. Umar trying to fucking police Black Women's Peace League. Do y'all? Shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? He too busy. Dr. Umar, he too busy trying to police another man's Johnson. But what about this problem?
Sleeping in that room with that boy. I don't allow my daughter to sleep in no room with no boy.
Stay with you?
No, she can't. My boyfriend say no. I told y'all that.
Okay,
already.
look,
She had a
you can't
baby.
even ask me the weather because she can't come stay with you, okay? When she could come stay with you, then I start answering questions. But I ain't doing no interviews because you put your daughter out behind a man, okay?
Girl, bye. I said what?
Nasty bitch.
Did you just hear that? I'll play it again just in case y'all didn't catch it because it went by really fast.
My daughter is sleeping in that room with that boy. I don't allow my daughter to sleep in no room with no boy.
Stay with you?
No, she can't. My boyfriend say no. I told y'all that.
Okay,
already.
look,
She had a
you
baby.
can't even ask me the weather because she can't come stay with you, okay? When she could come stay with you, then I start answering questions. But I ain't doing no interviews because you put your daughter out behind a man, okay?
Girl, bye. I said what?
Okay. So they have a country accent, and I'll translate it for y'all. Essentially, what the chick with the wide hips next to the younger woman is saying is because essentially from there, it says mother evicted her daughter and baby because her man refused to let the child stay. So essentially, mama looked like she got like mama probably got like a 1-bedroom, you know. Y'all seen this in the hood. Y'all seen this on movies where the mom would be on the couch, but then the child or the children would have the room, right? Or vice versa. Now, of course, when the man is over, you know, apparently she must send the kids off to go fend for themselves, either to go to the neighbor's house and see if they can kind of hang out at the neighbor's house. But essentially, when mama be getting fucked by this man, and it's usually at night, they usually got to get lost. They got to usually like skedaddle or not be around, right? Or, you know, or maybe if it's daytime, they can't be in the house because she's getting fucked. You know, maybe she could come back at night. Maybe they could come in the house at night. You know, they didn't give too much context into that. But essentially, the mom wanted space, and she basically had to have the kids like basically like be outside. So I don't think the mom said y'all kicked out the house for good or anything like that. But essentially, the kids had to leave the house for the day or whatever, or get lost. You know, while mom was getting a freak on. So that's exactly what's happening. And the lady with the wide hips is like, because I guess the chick is asking her questions, but she's like, well, you're the one who's not even having possession of your kid. So once you take back your kid, then you can ask me every question about who I am, who I is, and this, that, and the other. That's basically what she's basically saying. Monk Dance is kind of like Forrest Gump when his mom was getting her cheeks clapped. Well, that's funny you say that.
Emotional damage.
That was kind of sad. You know what? That was a little sad because you know what? That was a little sad. The thing that was a little sad was because, like, she knew. Like, here's the thing. Like, his mom, his mom, she loved her son so much that she was willing to get fucked and sucking that dude, right? And get fucking sucked by this dude, just so her child wouldn't be placed as a retarded child. Because here's the thing, and this is probably one thing that me and Dr. Umar agree with. I truly don't believe in ADHD and this ADD bullshit, because how many white people or white Republican people or white people, even white liberal people, do you hear that say they have ADD or ADHD? I think I hear a lot of minorities and inner city kids say that, inner city people say that. So with that being said, I truly believe that, here's the thing. Your mind is a very powerful thing. Like, I've been listening to a lot of Napoleon Hill lately and stuff like that because I don't have time to read books. But you end up realizing that mind is a powerful thing. It's like if you notice you had to be put in a special class because you're not as smart as the other kids, that has a subconscious effect on you. And his mom, I mean, I know this is a movie, right? Y'all like, damn, this thing is talking about a whole movie. Now, this might be a movie or whatever, right? Or whatnot, right? But, you know, she knew that he got put in retarded class. You know, one, it probably wasn't going to be good on the fact that one, on his psyche. Two, it's not going to be good on her psyche either, because that means you failed as a mother. That, you know what I'm saying? Your kid is in the retarded class. You feel me? So she was going to do whatever it took not to be in a retarded class. And the truth is, and can I be honest, that Forrest Gump was not retarded. He was very, very slow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? He was retarded. He was very slow. Like, he wasn't completely out there. Like, listen to this. He probably was been able to be in the classes, but because he was a little slow, they were going to put him in remedial classes. You know, and not necessarily that wasn't necessarily going to be the answer. I mean, I know this is a fictional film, but at the same time, you know, the best way is like even in the movie Ray. You know, what's the name? Ray Charles' mother, after a certain age, his mother stopped helping him because, yes, he's blind and he might need some assistance, but, you know, nothing's wrong with a little generosity. But because the world is so cruel, she knew that he had to eventually adjust to being alone and figuring out life, because if someone keep on handing you and keep on giving you a handout, you will never walk on your own. So essentially, you know, she don't want him to be in a retarded kid class. You feel me? You know? And for what it's worth, yeah, you're right, Monk Dan. Yes, he might have been outside the swing. Yeah. But guess what? Man, some of these hoes, yo, Monk Dan, some of these hoes fuck in front of their kids. Did I say that out loud?
Emotional damage.
Yo, you think that's bad? You think Forrest Gump being outside is bad? Yo, there are people who do it. Look, there are people who don't have. Let's say they might have a studio apartment or a 1-bedroom, and them and the kids sleep together, and they might have a strange man come in there and beat the brakes while the kid is in the bed asleep.
Nasty bitch.
Man, shit crazy, man. Like shit gets really, really, really spooky out here, bro. Monk Dan says, I just like that Napoleon Hill. I win the devil book. Why you don't like it? He said we had hyperactive kids back in the grade school that was 80s. Now it's like half the school. Facts. Well, the gender kids don't get pushed. Monk Dan says that J-Flow shit, half of our society is now. Exactly. Autistic, yes. Retarded, no. He said, Monk Dan says, Cali West, are you giving Forrest Gump mom a pass, but not the black mama you just showed up? Man, yeah, you damn Skippy. You damn Skippy. You know why? Because guess what? Let's just be real. If you had a single mother and you had an uncle who you never really seen come through family events, he bought you a bike, or this uncle bought you, all of a sudden you didn't have money for football cleats the day of the practice, but right before you go to practice, like you ask your mom for the money the day before practice, but guess what? Your uncle came by, and all of a sudden, your uncle that you don't see at family events don't come by, and all of a sudden now your mom got the money. That's because your mom, I mean, not your mom, but that's because these mothers are doing stuff like this. There have been worse things, you know what I'm saying? There have been worse things. And guess what? There have been worse things. Like, please let's not go down that rabbit hole. Trust me, it gets really, 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 really. And guess what? And here's another thing too. Forrest Gump's mom, I mean, I know this is a film, but Forrest Gump's mom did that so his son would have a future. This chick put out her kids because she was just trying to get her freak on. Dude, look. She could have here's the thing. Here's my question to that mom. Why didn't that mother just leave the daughter look old enough to at least watch the other girl? Why can she be at that? Why can the daughters be at the house and she go and fuck the man at his truck? You know why? Because that man more than likely don't have a pot to piss in. more than likely, look, any chick, I'm gonna be real with you. Any chick who could know that a woman's putting out her kids just so he can fuck her is a fucking low grade ass nigga. Because another thing I would be like, first off, I would be like, look, me personally, I'd be like, yo, I didn't want your kids even outside knowing that I'm even inside fucking you. Why don't you let the kids, why don't you order, why don't I order a pizza, the kids sit here and watch Netflix, and I go take you in my car and we go to a motel or to my house and I fuck you. Why do we have to fuck with the kids even around? Obviously, she's already doing things all the way backwards already. Get it? To the point that you see how it's so she's already between the hard and rock and the hard places. Why she's putting the kids out? It's crazy, bro. But yeah, am I justifying it? I'm not justifying it, but I definitely keep this. I can honestly say it's one thing if your mama gave it up her drawers, so you know what I'm saying, the mass murderer doesn't take out the whole family, versus if your mom did it because she was just hot in the pants, you know what I'm saying, when she should have been at work or being a wife to a man. J-Flo says, "Mama, you okay?" And said, Monk then said that mama was trying to fuck for some money. Man, all right, and it's all right. If that's true, maybe so. Here's the thing. Maybe so, but the fact that here's the thing, but she was fucking for money. She couldn't fuck him in the car. She couldn't go fuck him at a hotel. She couldn't go fuck him at in his house. No, Monk Dan. Look, Monk Dan, let's not give these hosts let's not give her too much credit. She's probably fucking for free. Cause guess what? Cause and here's another too. And she was fucking for money. Then why did he just lay it up with her like that? Why didn't he hit her and get the fuck on? Trust me, that dude, trust me. The reason, why, be this. Can I be honest with you too? I'm gonna bring you some context. Because see, I'm from LA. I done been around hood bitches around before, right? I'm gonna just say this right now. You know why this woman is at the door with the daughters? Probably because the daughter asked if she could spend the night. And her mom was like, why do you need to spend can I spend the night? My mama got company, can I spend the night? And she was like, your mama got company. That's why, trust me, that's probably what. And I could be wrong, but I'm gonna be honest with you, that's how the conversation probably went. If I had to guess, if I just use my black economics, that's probably what had happened. You feel me? Because guess what? That's how people do. He said, "See, I'm standing up for the sister sick in my head." LOL. Man, I don't think that I think she was just fucking for free. But if she was fucking for money, then trust me, then her kids wouldn't be out. Her kids wouldn't be out. He would have hit and quit and then be gone. But guess what? The dude wanted to lay up, and she figured the thing. And guess what? Obviously, what happened was, homegirl probably did this one too many times. The first time the girl said, "Can I spend the night?" Here's the thing, that's your daughter's friend. You probably say yeah because you can't say yeah because you don't really want to be the uncomfortable dude to the person to say something uncomfortable, or maybe you just gotta say, "Okay, fine, just spend the night, girl." But then you kind of know that she did it again, oh, you asked to spend the night one night, then you asked to spend the night again. Why you want to spend the night again? Oh, because my mama is getting her freak on? What the fuck? J-Flo says, "Mama made miracles every Thanksgiving." Are you the new daddy? Hell no. One day said, "Hey sister, do y'all hear Kelly? I'm on y'all side only this time." LOL. Kelly, you never had sex with a single mother with the kids in the next room? Yo. Of course I have.
This is a sick Negro.
But at the same time, I'm not gonna look. I cannot, as a man.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Look, I was speaking sarcastically. What my point is that I'm not gonna go. As a man, okay, as a man with 2 legs and 2 arms and able-bodied, I cannot make no woman kick her kids out the house so I can fuck her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, here's the thing. More than likely, them kids probably heard her get fucked by other people before, so you know, why change it up? But my whole thing is at the same time, like, it's not the same difference. It is not the same difference, bro. It is not the same difference. Because most times when you fuck girls, usually when you fuck a girl at her house and her kids are awake or her kids are around, she usually turns on the music or TV or something like that. Trust me, look, mothers got their own way of kind of making it happen, you feel me? But I'm not gonna I'm not gonna tell her to send her kids away just to go get fucked. Like, goddamn, bro. Like, I just like, okay, can we just smash? Like, send the kids outside for like 15, 20 minutes. Can we just smash? And I give you a few dollars and I just go home? Says kid wearing headphones. Said my dad said I had that experience in San Antonio. Yeah, man, there you go. Man, look, these bitches don't give a fuck. Man, look, yo, I don't know. Man, look, there's certain things I would love to kind of talk about right here, but I cannot because I'm on here. There's certain, like, if I was to even tell y'all to have, that was some amazing eggs. Of course, yeah. I'm sure it is, you know. Of course. Then my dad said she had a 1-bedroom apartment. Her son was in the living room on the couch. Small apartment. Yeah. I've been there, done that. I done look. Been there, done that. I done had times where the chick had the kids in the room and she had to come out and go smash. Man, J Flow, he said, "Don't hold back, Kelly." The clapping was loud. Man, yo, okay. There's one thing I could probably say, and I could probably get away with. There was one chick in Palm Beach I was smashing, and she was a sister. One thing, she wasn't really all that, but you know what I did like about her? For what it's worth, I like a natural sister. Like, she had her own hair. She was chocolate and she had a fat ass. And I ain't gonna lie, she did look pretty good naked. But one thing that I kind of enjoyed about fucking her was I was able to kind of pull on her, like mess with her. I used to like kind of play with her hair. Like, I just kind of like, you know, grab it and, you know, maybe play with it a little bit because like she has this black, her hair is like black hair, but it's like, you know, maybe like, I don't know, she like, and like she didn't really use heavy perms. So it was still like black hair. So it was still kind of like, I was kind of like, interesting. I kind of like this a little bit. Like, she might have relaxed it a little bit because it was kind of manageable. But it was like, damn, this is your real hair, girl? And I was smashing her and messing with her hair. Like, damn, girl, I like this shit, right? Yo, man, her daughter came in talking about, don't be touching my mama's hair. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And old girl get up and like, you know, she go and say, oh, you know, she sent her off like, okay, you know, go to bed, right? And you know, she's all crying and stuff like that. But yo, we got caught, you know, she was literally, and peep this. And what was messed up is ain't no telling how long the little girl was standing there because it was only until I started like stroking her hair until I hear somebody behind me talk about, don't touch my mama's hair. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Yes, dude, that, man. Bruh.
Emotional damage.
But, see, there's a lot of things you can kind of question. Like, J Flo said, don't hurt my mama, can I have 40? For real. And you know what's so crazy, though? She didn't say anything about me being all up in her mama or smashing her mama from the back. She had a problem with me grabbing, playing with her mom's hair, bruh. Ninja.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Oh. Who are these niggas? I cried laughing when I read it. You know what I'm saying? like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
Man, at that point, I was like, I don't know if I should call CPS. Like, girl, you know what I'm saying? I feel like these kids done seen too much. You dig? Said kids won't eat that week. And said, do you know how much a new wig would cost? But goddamn. But that was just kind of just insane, bro. Like, who wants to get caught by someone's kids? You dig? Like, you know? Said, mama sleep standing up. But yeah, man, I just kind of thought I was just kind of just crazy. Like, I don't know. Like that just tells me that probably wasn't the first time that she has caught her mom, which is like really, 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 really insane, bro.
Nasty bitch.
I know it's ironic is I went over there like maybe a couple other times after that or whatever, right? Luckily, the next couple times I went over there, she had that situation handled. I didn't have to see no kids or nothing like that. She had them tucked away this time. But what was ironic though is just the fact that like after like she was kind of on me, but then after she wasn't really on me after the couple times I came through. Obviously, because we all know, you know, it's never a new nigga. We just never knew nigga. And I guess she didn't start kind of fucking with somebody else. He said, you bring a piece of Cali? Hell nah. Shit, all I brought was dick and bubble gum. And you know what? I was out of bubble gum.
Nope.
I mean, I would have bought a pizza. Here's the thing. I don't mind doing shit like that. Look, hey, do this. Whatever cake to keep them kids preoccupied while I'm smashing mama, I'll order a damn pizza, Uber Eats. I don't give a fuck. Monk Dan said, nah, he didn't. Monk Dan said, preaching it, but didn't practice it. He said, gotcha. Preaching what, Monk Dan? Preaching what? I said, look, bruh. I said what I said, and I quote, I said, I would not even smash a chick even when the kids is outside. I was being a little sarcastic, okay? But goddamn, I ain't gonna smash no kids. Yeah, you said it's all I bring the pizza? Oh. well, I didn't bring no pizza for her per se, but I'm not look, hey, I didn't bring the pizza for them, but I brought pizza. Look, yo, peep this. I bought pizza for chicks with kids before. I just didn't buy no pizza for her, so I'm still, hey, bruh, I'm still being honest. I just never bought a pizza for her kids. But yeah, I done bought McDonald's and Pizza Hut. I done did that shit before. Hey man, all men pay. The way I look at it is me getting a pizza, I'm off getting off easy. Like all I gotta do is get some pizza, bring some trees, and maybe a bottle, and I got to get some poom poom, and some good poom poom, and I can get some head, and I could probably put it up where the sun don't shine in her. Bruh, I kind of feel like I'm winning. And yes, I did make, yes, you could make those kids' days. See, I can hear them say, there goes Mr. Cali. Hey, you can win. You can win. You can win. You can win. For real. But all right, y'all. I did some crazy overtime tonight. But yo, once again though, y'all, it is Cali West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Pizza man. Pizza man. Pizza man. He said LOL. He said that's his new nickname, Pizza Man. Yeah. I order the pizza. I don't bring the pizza. Happy Thanksgiving, fam. Stay safe, USMA. Thank you for tuning in, J Flow. Thank you for tuning in, Monk Dan. Thank you for tuning in, XL Pro. Thank you for tuning in, Miss Kimberly. I appreciate y'all. And I'll catch y'all on the money mindset. I'll catch y'all boys tomorrow night if y'all are around. All right? Peace.